Anyway, heading back out to a favourite salt lake. Haven't been there a while, so I don't know what changes there've been. I don't know what level of water there is or anything else. Should be outside the fire season, so I mean inside permissible fire season. So I'll be able to have a campfire tonight. Main reason I'm going is I'm experimenting with a 360 camera, the DJI Osmo 360. The problem with filming yourself when you're out doing landscape astrophotography is you've got a conflict and a friction between the effort that you're having to put into taking the photos, because especially if you're stitching large panoramas and you want to get a lot of compositions in an evening, you do have to give it a fair amount of attention and time, and that is taken away by filming to camera when you have to have multiple camera setups and that kind of thing, and you're focusing on where you're pointing your video camera at the same time as focusing on where you're pointing your landscape camera. And I was thinking, with a 360 camera, you don't have to worry about where it's pointed. It's capturing everything, and then you worry about the composition later on. So I don't have to have a camera facing out the front of the car and then be filming with another camera inside the car to get an idea of the trip. It's all happening at the same time. The other thing I think will be interesting is with time lapses, which would both incorporate what's happening in the sky but also what's happening on the ground, i.e. me scurrying around and doing the actual photography. So it'd be interesting to see what kind of effects we can get with that. So obviously I need to test out the low light ability, which, yeah, I'm looking forward to having a bit of a play. Depending on what's going on at the Salt Lake, the astrophotography on this occasion might take a bit of a back seat, because there might not be much that's particularly interesting that I haven't done there before. Though I'll try a couple of different spots and do a bit more with some lighting as well, and play with that a little, just so it doesn't get repetitive. But we'll see what it's like when we get there. Hopefully I'll have the place to myself. It is the beginning of the week, so most people are at work, except me. So I'll get back to the driving and we'll see you there. Well, I was wrong about it being a permissible fire season, so no fires tonight, but that's fine. I don't tend to cook over campfires when I'm doing this kind of thing anyway. But it's going to be chilly tonight. But there was someone in the spot that I normally camp, but I really wasn't going to camp there anyway this time, because I actually wanted this location rather than where the other camp is. There's just a bit more interest here. But let's check it out. Okay. This is one of our locations, but it usually works better when you've got a setting Milky Way, whereas we're going to have a rising Milky Way, and I'm thinking that from the other side it's going to be lost against this vegetation here. So I may have to head further over that way to another little grove of trees and do most of it in there. I guess it depends on how it all orients, like I say. I could check in photo pills, but I'd rather just see it with my own eyes when it comes up and sort of plan from there. I don't like planning too far in advance. During the daytime, I'll wait for the inspiration at night. If it's across that way, it should be okay. Got a little bit of texture in the ground. Not that I think we'll be able to take too much advantage of it. But yeah, we're shooting wide, which tends to diminish the background. So this should stand out against it. Otherwise we head over there, and this is what I mean. I don't have to keep turning the camera around now to point to things. On the edit, I can just follow where my finger's going, and yeah. Nice and firm. It's still got some interest there. This is a really busy area in here. I've got myself lost in there in the past. I have contingencies now to stop that happening. It's not a lot of fun. Anyway, yeah, we'll be able to do something. Okay, I just realised I was doing a piece to camera out with the 360 camera that was on time-lapse, so of course that wasn't going to record any audio at all. Crazy. Anyway, I've done a few shots with a kind of a ghetto light painting. It's kind of sprint light painting, I guess you'd call it. In that I'm having to run very fast in amongst the trees and paint them in real time because I'm into one shots. I don't want to composite, so I'm pretty happy with how they've turned out. There's some interesting colour in the sky. I think it's because of all the farmers burning off. It's kind of ironic that there's a fire ban at the moment, but they're all burning their fields. But I might go out a little bit later once the core is fully risen and do a panorama. I don't know, because I've done panoramas here before, and yeah, I don't like just doing the same thing again and again. But I'm kind of happy with the shots I've got, so we'll see how that goes.